Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you're new. Today we're in a 305 sprint cars here at Bristol. Ran a decent time in practice. Track's already getting worn in. It wasn't like a completely fresh track to start out with, so it's already getting worn in through the corners. Bottom's still going to be the quickest way around at the moment, for sure. My trouble area is definitely turn 1 more than turn 3. Turn 3 is a little easier to me. Hopefully we can run like in the 9s or in the low 16s for qualifying. That's my goal. Because qualifying is going to mean a lot here. Try not to get too sideways. That was a decent turn 1. I felt like it could have been a little quicker. I slid a little bit, but not too bad. That was a bad turn 3 though. It wasn't awful, but it wasn't good. It was bad to me at least. Okay, I got a 15.9 at least. I got in the 9s. We'll see what we can do on the second lap. If we can make it any quicker. If I can improve my turn 3 here. Not get all the way down on the apron, which we did. I kind of slid a little bit too much though. They ran a 940, second lap, a 996. So I ran 993, 996. I could have been a little faster, I think, if I didn't mess up turn 3 on that first lap. So that's unfortunate. We'll see if we fall back any further than third. Hopefully we don't. What are the times right now? Those are the two guys that are faster than me in practice. We still have the 3 car who is here, so we'll see if he does a lap. But other than that, we'll be waiting the time, so I'll bring you guys back when we're getting ready to go green. Alright, we stayed in third, which is nice. I'd rather be on the bottom just because it's a little faster. It's easier to mess it up, and the top guy will have the run then, but if you could actually get the bottom to grip the right way, you'll be really fast still. So I'd rather be down here. Hopefully we can do pretty well, though. If you guys enjoy this kind of racing, hit that like and subscribe button. You can unsubscribe whenever you'd like. It is free. But it helps me out a ton, and I appreciate it. Hopefully we could have a pretty good race with these top 3 guys, maybe 4 or 5. This track usually makes the racing super close. It's hard to get away from anybody. The leader might get out to a little bit of lead because everybody else start battling each other. But hopefully we can keep with the top guys through the race. Bottom's going to get super worn out, though. It's going to be really interesting to see people start moving up and trying to find speed. With these cars, you can kind of stick on the bottom if you run it right, because the very, very bottom doesn't get worn out. Kind of keeps that little lane like it is. It just gets like darker and bigger up the track for slick. So if you can get your left side on that, and you can stay pretty straight, because there's not too much horsepower in these and torque and stuff, so you can usually run the bottom pretty well. And if any of you guys watch the NASCAR series often and like watch the past week, Kyle Larson winning the NASCAR championship, it's awesome for him. I was happy that he won. I was rooting for him to win. He was the best car all year by far. He won 10 races out of the 36, which is nuts. So I was happy that he won. He's won a ton this year. Like, just dirt, anything he gets into, it's crazy on how good he is. Just his talent. Hopefully we don't get wrecked here as well. You do have a fast repair, 25 laps, no cautions. If you do get wrecked, take off your tires and fuel or anything. I don't think they give you tires, do they? Oh, you can replace tires, okay. Yeah, just unclick your tires and everything if you go to get your fast repair. Because that will slow down your stop a lot if you want to just get back out there.
1 to go this time, bye.
Just get all your damage fixed and move on. What are we in, turn 1 right now? Yeah. I think that, I don't know how many people there were in this race. How many were there? 13. We were car number 1 here. Hopefully we can finish top 3 where we qualified. That'd be great. Decent sized field too, though. I think there was like 25, 26 that register. I think it might have been 25. They always get the top split, 1 extra person if it's an odd number.
Real quick tug. Double check your steering wheel. Get ready to roll here.
Hey, watch this leader go. He's probably gonna go quite quick, I assume.
Pace car's off. Are you ready?
He waited on it a second. 4th place had a great jump. He's gonna drop down in front of us.
Inside.
5th place sent it in under us, almost got into us. Good thing I slid up some to avoid that happening. You can definitely use that apron a little bit to your advantage, but you don't want to get too much on it. You can get your front left on it just barely, but if you get more than that, you're going to be going up the track and losing some time probably. We fell back to 4th on the start. That's unfortunate, but 4th place had a great jump. Like, he timed it perfectly with the leader because he waited a second. He didn't go right away like I was expecting him to. Had a good run there, but I had to back out so I didn't run into him. Definitely don't want to make contact in these things, mess up your steering, or just get hooked together and go flipping or something. Making an aggressive move on second there. This is how the leader gets out to a huge lead and you never catch him. Had a good run on him there. Couldn't do anything with it. But you can see how worn out the track gets, and it just slides up the track. If you miss the bottom, you lose a lot of time. Really just try to do the slightest movements with the wheel as you can. You don't want to get in and turn it too hard. Just kind of use the banking to turn the car for you. Run a little bit higher, trying to get the grip coming off the corner. Maybe that will help a little bit. Kind of a little too sideways in that one. But this race, like these, the late models, I think the 358s, they're all kind of the same here, where you run right on top of each other the whole race. Leader usually gets out to a lead. I got too sideways there, turned the wheel a little bit too much to the left. But you usually run right on top of each other. Jesus, that's getting so loose now. Like the back end's just kicking out. Hit the apron too much, that's definitely gonna get me sideways coming off. Fifth place is running really well now. Yeah, I need to do something because I'm losing a ton of time here now. Run a little bit higher, try to get a little bit of that grip that's built up. Keep the car straight and the momentum going. That's the main thing. If you can keep momentum in these cars, you'll be fast. Third place is struggling a little bit. Hopefully he messes up again here and I can get to his outside. I think that might be the way to pass, is being on the outside. Not going that high though, I went way too high in that corner. This place definitely catching us though. Definitely getting real black and slick through the middle coming to the exit of the corners. Wish I could have taken advantage of the 7 when he got super sideways in a corner. I don't want to move too high up the track just because you lose time, usually. Car just straightened out there and did not turn. Seems like a lot of people up here are struggling. Second place got a big wiggle there. First place is just killing it on the bottom. If you do it right, you're super fast down there. You just have to hit your marks every single corner though. But when he has that big of a lead, he can kind of afford to mess up a little. This race has been a lot more spread out than I expected though. Thought it was going to be like it was for the first 5-6 laps, like on top of each other the whole time. Yeah, you really got to run the bottom right if you're going to do it. I can't believe the leader's still like right along the bottom. 10 laps go already, Jesus. 25 lap race, it is 5 laps shorter than a lot of normal races. It is weird how we're just going straight through the slick though in these. Starting to catch second a little bit, it seems like. Let me see if I can run down here. It's not bad. Definitely lose time off the corner. You can kind of go down here, try to keep the car straight and slide up off the corner. That might be a thing. Got a little too sideways, but kind of used the apron a little bit. Got too sideways though, off the corner, lost a ton of momentum. Trying to see what I can do if just keeping it straight down there. The leader's killing it down there, having a ton of speed. You just have to hit it right, not like that. Wonder if he's letting off at all. Like to not get sideways, maybe. That could be a thing. This place is definitely catching us now. I'm trying things on the bottom, not really working out. Sometimes it was, not fully though. You might be able to throw a slider at this track. I'm not 100% sure about that. Because you're not like so far up the track to where you have a lot of room for that. You'd have to go like on the apron, I think, to throw it, and that would really throw off your speed and everything in the corner. Like you might have an opportunity at it. But I feel like that'd be really tough to do at this track, to pull off correctly, in these cars at least. Because you're basically full throttle around the whole thing. I'm trying to run this outside lane just outside the dark area, like the dark black slick area, where all the rubber's built up. I'm trying to run just outside of that, because there's enough grip there with the rear wheels. It's not kicking out on me. Because I'm trying to take the shortest way around while staying straight.
Gonna need 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go, okay. Third place is right on second. They might hit, that was close. Third place might try to throw a slider on them on second. You never know. Going into the final lap here. He might try something going into this last corner, but I doubt it. But it's so tough to pass. It really is. You have to have a great restart. Qualifying means a ton. I'll take fourth, though. We just had a bad restart in the beginning. Fourth place, the 7 car had a great start. Definitely had decent speed in the beginning. Fell off a little bit with the tracks, but started finding some speed there in the last half of the race, I felt like. What was it, the 2 car that finished second? Yeah, he started falling back to us really bad. 7 car had good pace. 3 car had good pace right behind me. But the leader was just gone. Who was that? The 3 car at won it? 4 car at won it. Yeah, he was flying the whole race. But let's go back to the very beginning, see if there was any incidents through this race. I don't really know. There's probably a little bit, but I don't know if anybody actually wrecked. That was super close. He tapped the 8, came down, scraped the front of the 9. I know off the initial start, people are going to be super close. Probably going to be some incidents. He gets into the wall there. But I don't know if anybody actually wrecked. Oh, never mind. He did. Both of them did. 10 car just hooked the 6, took him around, took himself around as well, wrecked both of them, and that was it for the incidents. That was literally it. Those guys got a 2X. Oh, wow, there's actually a lot of 2Xs and stuff. 4X there. They just hit the wall a lot, or what the hell happened? I don't even know. I don't think people were leaving during the middle of the race that I saw, but I'll take where we finished. We were car number 1. Might still lose a little bit I rating, but where was it that we started finding some speed? Was it around here? I started going back to the bottom here, I think, and trying to see it sliding up. That actually was a decent lap for us. But 210, 194, we started falling off into the 3s, continuing running on the bottom. And then I just consistently in the 2s for most of the race, it seems like. What was the leader at? The 4 car. He was in the 1s literally the entire race. He was flying, and 9s in the very beginning, 0s, and then 1s from lap 10 to the end. Actually, lap 13 to the end, because he had 1, 2 flat. But he was really solid on the bottom. Like, he was able to keep that thing right on the edge and just fly away from us. So, good race by them. Good, clean race throughout the whole field. At least the 3. We ran away from the 3 the last few laps after he started catching us here. We started running just a little bit higher, just outside the slick, and that actually started working for us right outside in this lane. I went too high there. But, ran good. Happy with where we finished. Finished 4th. Let's go see what we end up getting out of the iRating. I feel like we might lose the slightest bit, like less than 5, but might gain the slightest bit also. We got to be less than 5 on either end, so let's go see what we get. Alright, results in. Strength of field just over, no, not just over, in the middle of 2400s, 2454. 2 splits like I thought. 4 car was just the fastest by far. He won by 2.7 over the 2 car. We fell back to 4th. We gained 3, so I thought plus minus less than 5. Figured it was gonna be around that. But happy with where we ran. Couldn't really do anything after the start, just because it's so tough to pass at this track in these cars. But it was a lot of fun. I do like this track a lot, just using the banking to turn your car and just trying to keep the car straight mainly. Because there's definitely a good amount of skill that comes into just keeping your car right along the bottom like the 4 did, and if just where you can find the speed. Because if you can keep that very bottom, you might be able to pass some people if you can do that the whole race behind other guys. But other than that, I just couldn't keep the bottom like that. I had to run a little bit higher, and then that's where everybody else is running, so it's damn near impossible to pass, just full throttle everywhere. So it is a fun track. I need to do it in some bigger cars, like maybe the World of Outlaws or like a Super Late model, something like that, or UMP modified. I think when this track first came out, I did it in the UMP modified, and it was a ton of fun. And I've done it in the street stocks, and that's a lot of fun too, because those cars, you can run all the way up at the wall or all the way at the bottom, and you find a lot of speed. So just cars like this in the limited's easier to keep it on the bottom in my opinion. And in the 358s, you kind of just follow the grip in for the most part. But these and the limiteds are kind of the most similar at this track to me. But I'll take fourth. We started third. Wish I could have had a better start. The 7 car just had a great timing on with the leader, and he cleared us before turn 1, so I couldn't do anything about that. And he had a solid race. Can't be mad about that. So finished fourth. I'll take it. Move on to the next one. But I appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race. If you guys plan on racing this or have raced this week, let me know how you've done, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.